And Chris, you are the long-term investor. What do you do on days like today, if any of this is a buying opportunity with your long-term outlook?
You know, Taylor, normally on sell-offs, I wish I could tell you it is a buying opportunity, but I would say no, at this point, it's not. I think it's going to be, I said 2022 would be a very choppy year, and this is part of the chop. You know, if you hit any U.S. index you want and put in, you know, GIP 5 to look at the last 5 trading days, you're going to see we've been on a roller coaster. And this drop is just part of that roller coaster. So, you know, we're not at 324 billion. We're at 317 billion now. And we have a long-term portfolio designed to kind of take these waves up and down. You hit it at the top of the hour. The Federal Reserve is going to tighten 50 and maybe actually the next 3 meetings. So yeah, we've got a long way to go.
Well, what happens, though, if we do get a more aggressive in terms of the magnitude of the hikes here, Chris, and we get to a point where the Fed gets to the end of the year and they say that they can pause? Does that end up being a relatively good thing that will instill confidence, or would you still be worried here about the pace?
You know, Romaine, you got to tell me where GDP is at that point. You know, the Fed's actions alone. In the old days, and I'll go back to Greenspan and things like that, if I knew what the Fed was going to do, I had a really good pulse on where the equity market would be. Nowadays, you know, if you even told me exactly what the Fed was going to do, and they have given us a dot plot, we still really can't forecast exactly what the equity market will do with that. Normally, I would say, yes, that's a good sign that they paused. That is, tell me where inflation is. If inflation is down close to 2, then it's happy days are here again. But if inflation is still running at 5 or worse, up at 8, they can't pause. They can't be done. And he said that he's more concerned about inflation than he is economic growth. So people really need to listen to that. Yeah. I think you're going to see the Fed hopefully fight inflation. Yeah. And I worry about